So hold on here for a second. I know getting a win on the new snow map called Vikendi can be really hard, and it's been testing my skills as well, so to say. But I managed to collect some chicken dinners here as well. So today I'm gonna share my top tips to get all the way to the final 2 situation and be the hardcore player who can win the round. And at the end of this video I will show you how this final circle turned out for me and my opponent. But let's start with the tips first. Hello guys, my name is proofSzilko, welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a wonderful holiday with your family. With the new snow map called Vikendi just around the corner for being available on live servers, I collected my top 7 tips for you. Even though I recorded this footage on my PS4 Pro, I recommend all of my tips to my Xbox players as well, since it's gonna be purely about console tips for Vikendi in PUBG. So I will go through the tips in chronological order, which means that I will start from the landing and work our way all the way through the end game. And this will hopefully help you to be a hardcore player on Vikendi and have more wins eventually. So coming up at number 1, the landing spots. I heard a lot of feedback that it's really hard to find high-end loot on the new snow map. You can come across micro using most of the times with smoke grenades and level 1 gear. So to have a perfect initial loot, I recommend you to try to land at the big named areas like the cement factory or castle or some of the bigger cities on the map. Me personally, depending on the plane's path, I like to land on 2 different locations. First one is the Cosmodrome. It's a big space center northeast on the map. The reason I like to land here is because there are just few doors to get through, so you can go through the whole area pretty fast, and I found good loot most of the times when I landed here, like level 3 vest, helmets and ARs with high-end attachments, together with some healing items and throwables as well. My other favorite location to land has no name. You can locate it easily because it has these 3 square-shaped buildings next to each other. It also has just a few doors to get through, and you can go through the whole compound in less than 2 minutes if you're quick. And you can find high-end loot here as well, like level 3 helmets, vest, sniper rifles, long-range scopes, together with med kits and throwables. So if you land in one of these 2 locations, I guarantee that you will have high-end items in your inventory, which will probably help you to get through the whole match. My second tip is vehicles. As I already told this in my previous video, going from point A to point B can be really difficult since the map is covered with ice and snow, which will provide less traction to the regular vehicles. So I highly recommend to you to find snowmobile if you want to travel across the map. It's pretty fast if you're going on snow, but loses the speed if you're going on asphalt. So I recommend you to skip the roads and just go through the terrain whenever it's possible. Moving on to tip number 3, you can find a white ghillie suit in one of the care packages, which will help you to conceal yourself almost 100%. But don't worry if you didn't find this ghillie suit in the care package. To have a better camouflage, I recommend you to pick your clothing layers according to the terrain. So first of all, I like to use this brown yellowish jacket. It really blends into the grassy environment. If you have this jacket on, you can camouflage yourself and nobody will spot you. And since the rest of the map it's covered by snow, I recommend you to have a white t-shirt with white pants on. So in case you're in a snowy environment, you can just remove the jacket, and with the white shirt and white pants, you will blend into your environment pretty easily. So moving to tip number 4, this one's also in connection with the colors. I recommend to you to change your crosshair color from the default white to any other colors which stands out from the environment. I picked the sky blue one, but you can pick basically anything else other than white. But if you want to use the same color as I did, just set your crosshair color to custom and set these values. And this is also true for the scopes and sights. If you go into ADS, you can switch the color of your sights, and this will help you to win more gunfights since you will know immediately where you're aiming at. Alright, so tip number 5. As you already know, footsteps will stay in the snow, and at the moment, since we're talking about the test server build, there's a bug when you won't be able to see the tires from vehicle when going across the snow, and you won't leave marks on the ground either when you're crawling. But these 2 will gonna be fixed when Vikendi goes to the live servers. So to avoid leaving footsteps in the snow, I recommend you to try to approach your desired location by running through these patches of grass, and don't forget to jump to cover the gaps. And with this technique you won't leave any marks, so no one will be able to track you down. Tip number 6. It's really easy to climb onto rooftops in Vikendi, so instead of holding a house by peeking from its windows, try to climb on the top of it, and if there's a chimney, climb next to it, and no one will expect you there, I guarantee you. The same goes to the tall mountains or rocks. If you climb on the top of it, you have a great vantage point, so you can pick some kills up pretty easily. And last but not least, tip number 7, circle timing. Circle timing is different on Vikendi. You have 30 to 35 minutes to finish the round. With relatively slow paced early game, you have more time to loot and to go to the first circle. And with a faster mid game, players will have less time to camp in buildings around the map. You will see the exact timing of each circles on the screen now. So get a good long look at it. And don't forget, when the final circle collapses, you have to be the first one getting in the center of it if you want to survive. So these were my top 7 tips for PUBG console players on Vikendi map. I hope you found this video useful. If you did so, please don't forget to leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Subscribe for more PUBG content like this if you're new here. And I see you in the next one. Bye.